This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Thursday. So thanks so much for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Ray Collins. Pretty moon out there. Did you see the moon out there?
I did. It was so bright and so big that it lit up my front porch, and I could see as soon as I walked out the door.
I think we've got a cutaway at some point of the moon.
No.
Yes? No? No. Okay.
Well, it is beautiful out there. If you are heading out the door this morning, take a look at it and make sure you notice it.
That's right. Good morning, John.
Good morning to you. Yeah, it's been a long time since we've seen the moon, hasn't it? We had a lot of clouds out there over the course of the last couple of weeks, and now it's a beautiful sky. Compared to yesterday evening, a much different sky, that's for sure. Big thunderstorms rumbled across the area yesterday. We had a higher rain chance yesterday than we did on the 4th. And today, I think we're back to a lower rain chance as we've got some drier air that's moved in. Pretty quiet conditions right now on radar, just not a whole lot visible. We'll have the complete forecast for you coming up in a few. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, John. Topping our news this morning, a new policy is being enforced on Main Street at Lakewood Ranch.
The rule involves teens without adults after hours. Our Rick Adams has the story.
A brand new policy is now in place for Lakewood Ranch's Main Street. Anyone under the age of 16 must be accompanied by a parent or another adult after 6 p.m.
I think that's a little extreme, maybe for 16-year-olds. I can see maybe younger, maybe under 12, maybe even under 13 years old.
The Main Street at Lakewood Ranch group says this policy has been implemented because of minors fighting and causing other problems, including being disrespectful to visitors and to businesses. Sierra Grant is with Lil Nancy's Barbecue at the ranch. She and many other businesses on Main Street fully support this policy.
We have had problems on First Fridays with kids, I'm assuming under 16, with kind of vandalism and things like that. They come in our back door, flick our lights off, things like that. So I'm definitely for having some parents here to help watch.
Leslie Pike is a Lakewood Ranch mother of 3 grown children. She tells us why she's not sold on this idea.
One of the things families like about this neighborhood is that they can allow their children to be up here unsupervised and feel that they're relatively safe.
The policy does state any unaccompanied visitors under the age of 16 on the property after 6 p.m. will be asked to leave the property or wait with security until their parents arrive. Reporting from Lakewood Ranch, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Happening today, a Siesta Key restaurant that was crashed into by a pickup truck is expected to reopen. The Lobster Pot on Ocean Boulevard is scheduled to partially reopen to customers this morning around 11:30 a.m. However, only part of the restaurant will be open as the cleanup continues. The seafood place typically sits 60, but with the damage, they can only seat 40. On the 4th of July, the driver of a white pickup truck lost control and went straight into the front of the building. He was then taken to the hospital and is said to be in stable condition. Police believe a medical condition may have caused that accident.
Also on Siesta Key, new developments on the investigation into a crash last April that killed a Bradenton man. 39-year-old Irina Negrete is being charged with DUI manslaughter and several other counts. Sarasota police say on April 3rd, about 3 a.m., Negrete lost control at Heigl and Siesta Drives. She went off the road and struck a tree. One of her backseat passengers, 29-year-old Christopher Chirido, died at the scene. Police say Negrete's blood alcohol level was about .116.
Because of that accident and several other deadly crashes, the Florida Department of Transportation has decided to lower the speed limit on that stretch of road. After numerous complaints, FDOT decided to reduce the speed limit near Siesta Drive and Heigl Avenue leading up to that sharp turn from 40 miles an hour to 30. The speed limit for the curve will stay at 25 miles an hour. And Sarasota Memorial's new internal medicine practice in the Newtown community is officially ready to take patients. A grand opening was held yesterday for the facility on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Way. ABC 7's Bobeth Yates was there and has a recap.
Well, it took about 2 years for the idea of a Newtown Medical Center to become a reality. But not only is this building up and ready to see patients, but I'm told the services they will perform will far exceed those of a regular medical practice. And with the cutting of the ribbon, the new Sarasota Memorial Internal Medicine practice is officially open, a feat that some Newtown residents say is surreal.
I remember when we had to go to Sarasota Memorial Hospital in the back and now we have it right in our community. This is awesome.
From Newtown residents to Suncoast stakeholders, the community gathered to celebrate the Jean and Alfred Goldstein Health Center at Sarasota Memorial Internal Medicine Practice. Many hope the facility will help bridge the gap between those in the community who currently do not have a primary care physician.
A lot of people are walking around with diabetes and hypertension or high cholesterol, and they don't even know it. Once you can find these things in these patients, then you can treat these patients.
And officials say communities with a demographic similar to Newtown's tend to have an increased number of residents who suffer from preventable illnesses, which is why they say the location of the medical practice was so important.
They may have access to health care, but really building that bridge and establishing that relationship and laying that foundation is really key when you're working with underserved communities.
The health center is located on MLK Way and is expected to serve more than 1,800 patients in its first year. But the services being offered at the location will go beyond the patient's medical needs.
We wanted was to go beyond just here's your prescription for your blood pressure or your insulin for your diabetes. So we've partnered with a tremendous group of individuals. So with the food bank, so we can send our patients with diabetics so that they could get more access to more fruits and vegetables. We've partnered with Legal Aid of Minnesota so that they can provide free legal counseling on issues that impact health.
News that has many in the community celebrating.
I think it's a great addition to the community. It's well overdue. I think it'll be a great asset to the community, especially with the health issues that are going on today.
Now this facility is part of the Sarasota Memorial Florida State University Internal Medicine Residency Program, and all the physicians here will be rotating throughout this facility and several other SMH locations. Now it's important to note, now if you want to be seen here at this medical center in Newtown, you will need an appointment. Back to you.
In South Sarasota County, rats, potential mold, and holes in the roof are just some of the problems plaguing a fire station in Venice. The city admits it has let the building go. Now they want to pick up the pieces and fix it or build a new one. The issue was not included in this year's budget for the upcoming fiscal year, but the city says the station is at risk of becoming a danger to the rescue personnel inside, not to mention the $1 million in fire equipment as well. A building assessment team is rating the condition of the fire station now. Their recommendations will come to the council next month. And now to the north, a faster way to get help with emergencies in Manatee County. A new program is called Automated Secure Alarm Protocol, or ASAP. It allows companies like Brinks or Vector to send information directly to the 911 call center through the computer and not through a phone call first. The county says this change will save 3 minutes in call processing time. In its first week, more than 30 alarm alerts have already been taken. Very good.
Well, 5:08 on your Thursday morning, and 4th of July celebrations were fun and all, but it did wreak havoc on some Suncoast sea turtles, manatees, and birds.
This baby skimmer right here was one of 20 birds brought to save our seabirds over the holiday weekend. It was days after suffering some type of unknown impact and was in the middle of the Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix course. It was a deadly weekend also for sea turtles. Moat Marine says 4 died in just 4 days. At least one of them had an obvious sign of being hit by a boat. Moat Marine was called about 2 separate manatee incidents as well.
A lot of it we'll still have to kind of wait and see. We partner really closely with the Sarasota Dolphin Research Program, and in the past, they've actually documented serious injury that did not lead to mortality in some of our local resident dolphins. So we'll have to wait and see when they get out in the field to see if they find any that have been freshly hit.
Well, on a positive note, there were no reports of any destroyed or damaged turtle nests that are monitored by Moat Marine.
Meanwhile, beaches across the Suncoast are back to their beautiful, pristine selves after the holiday weekend. Beaches like Siesta Key, America's #1 beach, was in pretty bad shape. As an ABC7 viewer, R. Reed posted this video on his Facebook page of the mess. Chairs, trash, litter, and other belongings were all left behind on the public beach from the big crowd that gathered there for July 4th fireworks. But volunteers started cleaning up as early as sunrise yesterday. According to the county, nearly 163 tons of trash was collected. And volunteers were also out at Manatee Beach on Anna Maria Island with trash bags and gloves, picking up litter from the festivities as well. One official we spoke with says this year the litter was especially bad, but it could have been worse if it wasn't for the volunteers who helped clean up. In just a few weeks, Siesta Key will be the scene for a new MTV reality show. We've heard all about it.
Yes, we have. Suspense is building. The show is called Siesta Key. It's about a group of young adults who return home for the summer after spending their first year in college. MTV is now running ads for the show, teasing from the hills to the beach. Welcome to Siesta Key. The show premieres July 31st at 10 p.m. And suspense is building that our area is portrayed in a positive way.
I sure hope so.
I hope they pick up their litter.
Maybe we can have video of them volunteering to pick up litter.
Yeah.
The show is going to be about conflict. It's not going to be a Chamber of Commerce puff piece, so brace yourselves.
Yeah.
You know it?
Should be interesting. We'll see how it all unfolds.
Yeah. Set those DVRs.
Hopefully they'll have pleasant conditions for filming of the. I guess most of it's been filmed already, right? Yeah. We have some rain showers in the forecast again, but not as many as we had yesterday. We'll talk about that in a second.
All right. Still to come on your Suncoast News, another blooper by a major airline. Why one mother is demanding an apology from United Airlines.
But first, Cabaret returns to the Venice Theater. A look in the spotlight. Stay with us. You're watching Good Morning Suncoast on.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. You're gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Go, bro. Okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. So wet.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
When my youngest, Addie, was 2.5, she was diagnosed with leukemia. When we first heard that diagnosis, you feel extremely alone. Walking in that Light the Night light with 6,000 people carrying lights, white for survivors, red for supporters, gold in memory of those who have passed. It's the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's hope that every year there are fewer gold lanterns. Your lantern will make a difference.
Start a team, join a team.
Help us light the night.
Hurricane season is here, and so is the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC 7. This essential resource arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit, shelter locations, what to do with pets, and important phone numbers. Visit mysuncoast.com and download the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC 7. Brought to you by Batteries Plus, the Florida Lottery, and Sarasota Glass and Mirror.
There was this big bruise on my friend's face. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to think her own nephew could have hit her.
I didn't want to see it. My mother's bank account was emptied, and a caregiver had taken control of it.
I didn't want to see it. My father's refrigerator. There was hardly anything in it. That's unusual for him.
It's tough to see that a senior citizen is being abused, physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially. Elder abuse is a crime.
So see the signs. Stop the crimes. Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC 7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
We are looking at very quiet conditions across the area right now, but 76-degree air temperature with a dew point of 72 feels very thick and humid outside. Southeast wind comes in about 7, and we have fairly clear skies. Big, beautiful moon out there, you know. Reminds you of Romeo and Juliet. Shakespeare would have been proud of that gorgeous moon out there. 75 degrees in Bradenton Parish. Myakka coming in at 75, so is Northport at 76. We have a little bit warmer conditions right along the immediate coast with 80 at Longboat Key, 78 in Venice, and 79 degrees in Inglewood. Yeah, we had some big storms around yesterday, that's for sure. They came through in a curved line, moved right through areas from about Charlotte Harbor right through Sarasota, and produced some plentiful amounts of lightning, thunder, heavy downpours of rain, plentiful amounts of gusty wind as well. Those storms, while non-severe, we're pretty strong. And today I think we'll see a lot less coverage than we saw 24 hours ago. Your morning commute will be rain-free. Nothing here that promises anything in the way of any kind of rainfall. We've had some drier air that's moved in the last 12 hours. That will limit the amount of showers that we get. This is the picture that tells the whole weather story today. It's the water vapor imagery shot from satellite. It shows you where the moisture is, where it is not. Where you see tan, that's dry air. Where you see the turquoise colors, that's a little bit more moisture. There's moisture down to the south, and that will eventually work its way closer to us, enhancing our rainfall chances once again as we head into the weekend. But for today, and probably for tomorrow as well, the influence of this dry air across the state of Florida will limit the number of showers that we get. Dry air in place on this, which shows you the amount of moisture in the atmosphere through the entire column from the surface all the way to the top of the troposphere. This is the moisture available to produce rain. And the redder the colors, the hotter the colors, why, the more humid the air is. So watch as the dry air over us eventually over the course of the next couple of days gets replaced by the moisture that lifts up from the south, riding on that southeasterly wind flow. That'll be with us for the weekend and return us to our more typical kind of 50% chance of showers as we head into the weekend. For today, high pressure will eventually kind of work its way closer to the Atlantic. Our southeast wind flow continues. Storm system back to the north, stays to the north with no influence on us whatsoever. And we enjoy, once again, a southeasterly wind that collides with our sea breeze. And yes, it will produce a shower or two around. We're not going to get rid of our showers completely in July, but the amount of dry air in place will limit the number that we get. Put the rain chance at about 20 or 30%, which is pretty low for this time of year on a peninsula, pretty close to tropical waters. Small rain chance, very warm afternoon, more rain by the weekend. Those are the weather highlights that carry you right in through the next probably 7 days. We'll look for today and tomorrow, less than average rain chances. And then as we head into the weekend, much better rain chances. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, John. Taking a look at traffic this morning, Manatee County looking pretty quiet. Your biggest slowdowns really on State Road 70 as you're heading west towards 301. Other than that, I-75 will have some smooth sailing as we head into Sarasota County. Pretty quiet throughout that area. A few slowdowns as you get off of 41 onto Bee Ridge, and also as you get onto 41 from Bee Ridge. And Fruitville as you head towards the interstate, seeing some more cars on the roadway. 41 heading south, looking pretty good. Not a whole lot going on in that direction. No accidents at 517 on your Thursday morning.
All right, we love to receive your pictures. We've got an address to show you. mysuncoast.com, or you can go to the Facebook page, ABC7, and send us your great sunrise, sunsets, or whatever you got. Junior playing baseball this weekend, whatever.
Yeah, we had some great photos over the past couple days of 4th of July fireworks, of people out there getting out on the beach, but we still want to see some more pictures of what you guys are doing every single day. Love to get you guys involved in our show here on Good Morning Suncoast.
Exactly, well said. 5:18 right now. It'll be a busy weekend at the Venice Theater.
That's right. The theater throws open its doors to welcome the very popular Summer Cabaret Festival. ABC7's Linda Carson has more in this week's In the Spotlight.
Moon River, wider than a mile. The Venice Theater is alive with music this summer, not like in the old days.
This theater used to close down starting about the middle of April and not really crank up again until October. That is no longer the case. This is a busy place.
Rehearsals are underway for the Summer Cabaret, opening Thursday, July 6th and running for 8 weeks.
There will be 20 different acts spread over that 2-month period.
And Eric Waters himself is the opening act.
My Huckleberry Friend. The show that I'm doing is called My Huckleberry Friend. It's a show of music by Johnny Mercer. I started singing and performing about 25 years ago. I've been a teacher, I've been in the financial world, I've been a private banker, an investment banker, and I'm currently the Director of Development here at Venice Theater.
Edwin Watson is also performing in the festival this weekend.
Don't let the sun catch you crying.
I was picking songs basically that I love, songs that make me happy, that I hope make other people happy.
Edwin's been a full-time performer for 9 years.
Don't let the sun catch you crying.
I used to work in corporate America, and I remember when I left, my company and I separated, and I tried to figure out what it is I wanted to do, and I remembered, oh yeah, you used to sing. So I remember I found a voice teacher, took a couple lessons, went to an audition and booked the first show that I auditioned for, which was a little shocking.
And you'll see and hear a lot from Michelle. She's the festival music director, and she's got a show of her own coming up. The 5th annual Venice Theater Summer Cabaret Festival kicks off Thursday. It's going to start with my Huckleberry Friend. He's going to be performing Thursday and Friday at 8 p.m. and Sunday afternoon at 2. And then on Saturday and Sunday night at 8, we're going to hear Songs of My Heart. Don't miss this. It's the best show in town. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
That's great.
Linda is just the cutest, is she not?
Her Huckleberry
She's so
Friend.
tiny.
That's
I
right.
know.
That's my bucket list, to get a plaid shirt someday and be a singer. I'm a frustrated lounge act waiting to happen.
There you go. My bucket list is to be like Linda Carson. I just think she's adorable.
She really is. She's the real deal. 5:21 up next on Good Morning Suncoast. Third time's a charm for SpaceX. The unmanned rocket blasts off from the Kennedy Space Center. Details in Tech Bites.
And later on, a big fine for popular arts and crafts store Hobby Lobby, while the government is now filing a lawsuit. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Going on now. For every 2 windows you buy, get 1 more free. Call today.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jeffy Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
I'm Alan Cohn, providing access to medical cannabis. Starting in October, marijuana will become available to Florida patients, but what could stand in their way?
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
All right, insert your own New York City song right now.
Right? I know our producer just started singing New York State of Mind. You don't want me to sing, but
That's Billy Joel.
Yes, sing
That's
it in your own own mind.
That's a pretty shot there. Manhattan, Empire State Building. Ever been there before?
I sure have. Gorgeous place. Love Manhattan.
Yeah, me too. Well, as the saying goes, third time's a charm, which is the case for SpaceX.
But what was the real meaning behind its latest rocket launch? ABC's Diane Macedo and Nick Watt have that and much more in your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, SpaceX is on its way.
Last night's launch by the private space company was its third in 2 weeks. SpaceX seems to be launching faster than its competition.
And it appears to be fully recovered from its disaster last year when a rocket exploded on the launch pad.
Snapchat's no links rule is no longer a thing. The app now allows all users to add external links to their snaps by using the paperclip.
Other extras include new features for filters and lenses. You can also create background filters for snaps.
And the way we've brushed our teeth for years may be about to change.
Check out this Kickstarter campaign for the so-called AmaBrush, billed as the world's first automatic toothbrush.
It's designed to brush your teeth in just 10 seconds and even squeezes out the perfect amount of toothpaste.
Those are your Tech Bites.
Have a great day.
Tech Bites. Brought to you by Humira.
This is my body of proof.
Proof of less joint pain.
And clear skin.
This is my body of proof that I can take on psoriatic arthritis.
With Humira.
Humira works by targeting and helping to block a specific source of inflammation that contributes to both joint and skin symptoms. It's proven to help relieve pain, stop further joint damage, and clear skin in many adults. Humira is the #1 prescribed biologic for psoriatic arthritis.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Want more proof? Ask your rheumatologist about Humira.
What's your body of proof?
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
And for a limited time, Minnesota Flooring is offering you unbelievable pricing on tile and laminate. Porcelain tile only $1.59. Ceramic tile 99 cents. And 16 by 16 tile $1.19. Laminate flooring is only 99 cents. But these prices won't last. Don't miss out on these great deals. Hurry into Minnesota Flooring today.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential. There's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline. If you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death, you must call now.
Call 800-747-0618. 800-747-0618.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
This half hour on Good Morning Suncoast, a congressman shot is back in intensive care. The latest in the condition of Steve Scalise.
And President Trump is expected to crack down on America's trade partners at the G20 summit today. We'll take a look at his itinerary.
And plans are back in place for a major airline to pull off a multi-million-dollar trip to space.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning. Up to Thursday. There's the Rosemary District as you awaken this morning, 5:30. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks so much for joining us on your Thursday morning. Let's check in with meteorologist John Scalzi. And John, I went outside when the rain started coming down late yesterday evening, I would say about 5:30, 6 o'clock. But when I went outside to take the trash out, it was unbearably hot, which I was a little bit surprised by.
94 degrees yesterday.
Was it really?
94.
Wow.
Yeah, really warm.
But it was still raining, and it was still so hot and sticky outside.
Yeah, it kind of felt like Manila, right?
Yeah.
Put on your jungle boots.
I missed yesterday. I was on the couch the entire day under the weather. I missed yesterday, so it's
well, there was plenty of weather to be under yesterday. There's no doubt about it.
I didn't miss much, yes.
Glad you're feeling a little better. We're looking at some showers around the area again today, but fewer in number than we saw yesterday. We have some drier air that's moved in. That's left us with dry conditions during the overnight. Radar showing, well, not showing anything, really. We have some quiet conditions across the Suncoast for your morning commute. We also have some starry skies out there and a big, bright, almost full moon. And that is kind of a pleasant change from what we have seen over the last few cloudy mornings. I'd say about a week and a half of cloudy mornings. We're looking at a daytime high temperature that again tops out warm near the 90-degree mark or a little above. And we will have about a 30% to 20% chance of showers later in the day. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, John. Let's check the roads first off in Manatee County. A little slowdown on 301 northbound as you head over 15th Street toward downtown Bradenton. Farther south on the maps now into Sarasota County. Nothing big to report at this hour of the day. And then checking our final map to the south, a little buildup there on 681 as you come off I-75 southbound, so be aware of that as you cross over Honore, the Honore extension there. Otherwise, all clear at 5:32. Our top story, a setback for Congressman Steve Scalise.
He's the congressman who was most seriously injured in last month's shooting at a congressional baseball game practice in Virginia. Scalise returned to the intensive care unit at MedStar Washington Hospital Center last night. According to a statement from his office, the readmission is due to a possible infection. He is listed in serious condition. An update on his status is expected sometime this morning. The congressman was struck in the hip in the June 14th shooting. Since then, he has undergone several surgeries and had been upgraded to fair condition. Also, the two Capitol State Police officers who stopped that shooting at the ballpark received an award of thanks this 4th of July. U.S. Capitol Police Special Agent David Bailey and Officer Crystal Greiner were both injured during the shooting last month in which Congressman Steve Scalise and 5 others were wounded. The officers are credited for risking their own lives while saving the lives of many others. Both received a Law Enforcement Commendation Medal from the D.C. Society of the Sons of the American Revolution.
I'm greatly honored to be here. Thank you for the award, and just thank you. Appreciate it.
Now, Officer Bailey, who you see on your screen, accepted his award, as well as Greiner's on her behalf because she is still receiving treatment after being shot in the ankle during that shooting.
A follow-up now this morning on that deadly ambush of an NYPD officer. Police looking for a motive in her tragic death. 48-year-old Miosota Similia just began her midnight shift on 4th of July when she was shot in the face and died. She was in the car with her partner at the time. The gunman, 34-year-old Alexander Bonds, seen here, was then shot and killed by police. Officers say he had a violent history and had vented his anger about police in a Facebook video last September. Friends of the officer are devastated.
I can't believe it. Like I said, I was just talking to her like three days ago. For me, it's a surprise. She was just right there in the car right there, and I can't believe it.
He gave me the ticket, but with a smile, though. And I had to smile back because she was very respectful.
The police commissioner calls her death an assassination and an unprovoked attack on cops. The officer was a mother of 3 and a 12-year veteran of the force.
Happening today, President Trump is kicking off his visit to Europe with his first stop in Poland.
The White House hoping for a warm welcome to start the trip before what could be a chilly reception in Germany for the G20 summit. ABC's Emily Rao has this preview.
President Trump and the First Lady arrived in Warsaw overnight with Jared Kushner and first daughter Ivanka. It was a red carpet welcome for a visit expected to be short but sweet.
I'm very proud of this visit.
The two presidents meeting at the Royal Castle in Warsaw, Poland, reportedly promising big friendly crowds for President Trump's first outdoor speech in a foreign country. The Polish people and leadership eager for reassurance of U.S. and NATO support.
The idea of the strong alliance, of the transatlantic bond that is crucial and, for the security of our region.
The president will meet with the leaders of Poland, Croatia, and about a dozen other countries before leaving for Germany later this afternoon. The region's relationship to Russia underlying many of the talks and ramping up the pressure for President Trump ahead of his Friday sit-down with Vladimir Putin.
I would say at this point, it's difficult to say exactly what Russia's intentions are in this relationship, and I think that's the most important part of this meeting, is to have a good exchange between President Trump and President Putin.
And sources now tell ABC News it is unlikely Trump will confront Putin about the election meddling. One senior administration official says the whole thing could be a waste of time and, quote, a loser of a topic.
Trade will also be a big topic of conversation on this trip. The president tweeted about that just before he left, saying the U.S. has made some of the worst trade deals in world history. Emily Rao, ABC News, Washington.
Well, tensions continue to rise after North Korea's missile launch earlier this week. The United States is now warning that North Korea is quickly closing off the idea of any diplomatic resolution due to its nuclear harassments. The Trump administration has launched a government-wide effort to look at all options for confronting North Korea's president following its intercontinental ballistic missile launch. The U.S. ambassador to the United Nations is also warning China that it risks massive trade with the United States if it trades with North Korea because it does violate UN sanctions.
New this morning, an arts and crafts chain is being fined millions of dollars for illegal smuggling. Now, the Justice Department is accusing Hobby Lobby of smuggling ancient clay tablets and artifacts from Iraq. The feds said the chain illegally shipped to its corporate and its stores as well. The company is conservatively Christian and says it has been acquiring a variety of historical Bibles and other artifacts since 2009. The arts and crafts chain has agreed to a settlement of $3 million in forfeiture of those Iraqi artifacts.
Also new this morning, a Hawaiian mother wants an apology and a refund, claiming United Airlines put her and her toddler in a dangerous situation. The mother claims she was forced to hold her 2-year-old son on her lap for 3.5 hours after an employee gave the toddler's purchased seat to a standby passenger. She paid almost $1,000 each for 2 separate tickets because children over the age of 2 are required to have their own seat. She says a flight attendant came to check to see if her son was present before a standby passenger showed up with a ticket for the toddler's seat number.
And it was very shocking. I was confused, and I told him I bought both of these seats. The flight attendant came by, she shrugs and says, "Flight's full." I was scared and worried. I'm traveling with an infant. I didn't want to get hurt. I didn't want either of us to get hurt. What happened to my son was unsafe, uncomfortable, and unfair.
United Airlines did issue an apology 5 days after that incident. The mother was boarding a plane to Houston, Texas from Honolulu, but there's no word yet if she was properly refunded. In other airline news, Virgin Galactic promised Stephen Hawking, Justin Bieber, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Ashton Kutcher a ride to space.
But a 2014 test flight of the company's spaceplane ended in tragedy. The spacecraft exploded during its 4th powered test flight ever, killing a co-pilot and injuring another. But now, 3 years later, the company is gearing up again for its first powered test since that accident. If all goes as planned, the first paying customers could be on that flight by the end of next year. Tickets will cost $250,000 apiece. Beer nuts are extra. Test flights are scheduled to take place in the fall.
I don't think I would pay $250,000 to go up in a plane that might blow up.
Well, there is that caveat.
There's always that
Yeah.
chance. Man, what a view, huh?
I'm
what
sure.
What a view.
Yeah. Send the pictures back for the rest of us.
Send them to Facebook.com.
There we go.
I'd go.
I'm sure you would love to go.
Yeah, if it was like $1,000,
Yeah,
I'd go.
well, right. It's a little less pricey.
Yeah. Nice weather in store for you today if you need to do anything out of doors. Your best bet is today over the next several days as we have a lower rain chance. Talk about that in a second.
All right, thanks so much, Don. Coming up, for coffee lovers, a cup of Joe is no joke.
It can not only wake you up, though, it also help you lose weight. We'll explain next in Health Smart.
Looking for something fun to do on a Friday night? Then come to Music on Main, the first Friday of every month at Lakewood Ranch. Enjoy free live music, dancing, great food, and lots of fun for every family member, even the furry ones. Meet up with friends, enjoy activities for the kids, or make it a special date night. And be sure to stop by the ABC7 booth and say hello. Mark your calendars for Music on Main, first Friday of the month, 6 to 9 at Lakewood Ranch. Brought to you by ABC7 and these sponsors.
All hands on deck. What's up? I want to point out 3 tips for using the home computer more safely. Point away.
First, stop. Make sure your software is up to date and that you've password protected your computer's login and Wi-Fi connection.
Next, think before visiting a site, opening attachments, or clicking on links.
Then connect, knowing you're helping make the web safer for you
and for everyone. Make Stop, Think, Connect part of your daily online routine.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
For the last 18 years, Samantha's Friends has been assisting people along the Suncoast who have been challenged by catastrophic illnesses or affected by autism obtain a service canine. We need your help. Please show your support by attending our annual Celebrity Gala brunch and fundraiser. Call Sammy Lee at 941-448-8558 for more information.
Florida's coral reefs are declining. Bad news for our oceans and marine life. Fortunately, you can help, and you don't have to dive, you just have to drive. When you purchase Moat's Protect Our Reefs license plate, $25 goes directly to Moat Marine Laboratory, whose research, restoration, and conservation programs are helping this precious natural resource thrive once again. So get your Moat Protect Our Reefs license plate today. You just might hold the key to saving Florida's reefs.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Yeah, here's an outstanding shot sent in to us by Renee. Beautiful, beautiful sunset shot where it wasn't raining, and a very, very nice picture showing the trees kind of framed against the beautiful colors of the setting sun. Thanks, Renee, for sending that in. Sure do appreciate it. Really is a nice way to start off the morning. We're looking at current conditions outside that are a little on the humid side, but still pretty tranquil. 76 degrees the air temperature, dew point coming in at 72. Southeast wind coming in at about 7, and we have clear skies out there for the most part. You can certainly see a big, beautiful, almost full moon out there right now. We have some showers that are trying to work their way through the Florida Straits and out into Gulf waters. Riding on a general easterly wind flow, you can really get a picture of the wind directions in the mid and lower levels of the atmosphere by taking a look at the direction of motion of these echoes. Locally, we don't have any rain falling. The roads are pretty dry. We didn't have any really rain showers during the overnight, so everything has had a chance to kind of drain away from yesterday's deluge. We have some drier air that has moved in. That really is the forecast picture of the day. That tells you exactly what's happening in our atmosphere. At mid and upper levels, the satellite snaps a shot of the drier air indicated here in tan. and it is all over the center part of the state of Florida. That's going to reduce our rain chances today, not eliminate them completely. We still have enough instability in the atmosphere that it can overcome the drier air and produce a shower or two around, but they'll be few and far between compared to what we would normally see on a typical July day. High pressure just to our north moves out into the Atlantic. We stay in that southeasterly wind flow that keeps our sea breeze pretty close to the coast. Then many of us again today, especially with the lack of rainfall, are going to see some very warm temperatures. Temperatures coming in the low to mid 90s again today. It feels like temperatures cracking the 100 mark. Smaller rain chances, very warm afternoon, more rain by the weekend. You can watch the RPM computer model show those showers that we do get today, and this might be a little overdone actually, kept pretty close to the coastline, and I think that'll be the case again tomorrow, though tomorrow I think we'll see some stronger, bigger storms around, and you may get a few of them starting a little bit further inland tomorrow, so the rain chance up just a little bit. So we have a new tropical depression, number 4, way out here in the Atlantic. That's, again, almost 3,000 miles away from us. The forecast for that system is to very gradually drift toward the east, or to the west, rather. And as it does that, it's going to have to fight against a lot of the drier air that's out there and some higher wind shears as well. So I don't think this storm system will be around very long. Will it become a named storm? If it does, it'll be called Dawn. It's a little in doubt now as to whether that will actually happen. We'll look for daytime highs that, again, warm today and for the next several days with increasing rain chances by the weekend. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, John. Taking a look at traffic, State Road 70 heading eastbound as you pass by 301, seeing some more traffic on the roadways. I-75, 41 looking clear. Looks like there is some slowdowns on Cortez Road in Manatee County. Other than that, looking good as we head into Sarasota County. Looks like some slowdowns on Bee Ridge Road. Really your only concern throughout that area. I-75 smooth sailing as we head into South County. Some slowdowns as you get off the Honore extension. Also 41 as you head through Osprey in both the north and southbound lanes. But other than that, no accidents at 547 on your Thursday morning. In today's Health Smart, if you're sweating it out already this summer, well, you're not alone.
Keep in mind, though, the heat could make you sick or worse. Emily Rao has some tips on how to stay safe.
It's on the beach, at the pool, and in the concrete jungle. It's heat, and with several areas of the country already facing heat warnings, millions of Americans may find themselves dealing with the dangers of extreme temperatures. Fortunately, the CDC offers steps you can take to beat the heat and keep yourself safe. First, do your best to stay cool. This means choosing lightweight, loose-fitting clothing, limiting outdoor activity to morning and evening hours, and keeping things cool inside as well. Second, stay hydrated. Drink enough water regardless of how active you are, and limit those sugary and alcoholic drinks since they can leave you dehydrated. And third, stay informed. This means being aware of any extreme heat alerts in your area and knowing the signs of heat-related illness so you can act fast. Also, keep an eye on those more vulnerable. That includes older people, infants and young children, and those with certain illnesses and conditions. Simple tips to make sure you don't sweat it out when it comes to the summer heat. With this Medical Minute, I'm Emily Rao.
Definitely some useful information right there because it's going to get hot and we all know it. All right, well, here's one for the coffee lovers out there. We all know coffee can, of course, help us wake up in the morning.
But now a new book says it can also help you lose weight. The book's called Coffee Lover's Diet. Dr. Bob Arnos says that Java can jumpstart weight loss, and he recommends adding several cups of coffee to his low-calorie balanced diet. He claims it still increases your metabolism, allowing you to burn 100 more calories.
It does help to sort of take fat out and use it during exercise. It does improve the intensity you can exercise at.
Researchers haven't proven these health perks of coffee yet, but Arno says if it makes you stressed, anxious, or sends your heart racing, scale back or switch to decaf. But for those who can handle it, he says the biggest coffee boost will be to your mood. Mixed signals. They say don't have decaf, don't have caffeine. Now he says do it.
I know, and I actually have heard before that if you drink a cup of coffee before you work out, it'll actually help with your metabolism as well. So, hey, I mean, the more coffee I can drink, the better.
I know. We'll update the day's top news headlines after this. Stay with us.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. ANDservices.com.
It's fine that other people like you. It's more important that you like yourself. And I'm comfortable with every part of me. Meals on Wheels coming to my door as someone who's housebound assures me that I'm not forgotten. They care that I'm okay. My name is Asha Ida Bell. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Northland Outdoors is about so much more than the biggest fish or the hottest hunting spots. All across the Northland, there are amazing people with incredible stories to tell. We're going to find those stories and share them with everyone.
Join us each and every week as we explore the Northland and experience some of the most exciting outdoor adventures in the country right here in our own backyard. This is Northland Outdoors.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Going on now. For every 2 windows you buy, get 1 more free. Call today.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to save a life? Find out by donating platelets at Suncoast Blood Bank.
I'm Haley Wilgus, ABC7. Platelets aid in the clotting process and are vital in the treatment of cancer and surgical patients, trauma victims, and critically ill newborns. It's tough to keep enough on the shelves because they only last 5 days. To donate, call this number or visit scbb.org and you can help save a life.
ABC7 congratulates Suncoast Blood Bank on 65 years of serving our community.
Keep up with your investments and market trends by watching the ABC7 Stock Report. Get a recap of all the day's stock market activity. Be sure to watch your Suncoast News at 6 for the ABC7 Stock Report, sponsored by Sunset Cadillac.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. ANDservices.com.
A shot of the Rosemary District looking toward the downtown skyline around Lemon and Orange.
Beautiful shot there. Welcome back, 5:53 this morning.
All right, history buffs, a new twist in the Amelia Earhart mystery. Investigators who have been trying to figure out what happened to the pilot more than 80 years ago now believe a newly discovered photograph shows that she survived that flight and was captured by the Japanese.
That's right. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez has details on those photos and new revelations.
Setting out on the most dangerous aeronautic feat ever attempted.
80 years after vanishing as she attempted to become the first woman to fly around the world.
Weeks of search activities produced no clues. Amelia Earhart was gone.
The History Channel revealing what it says is a possible new clue that could help explain what happened to Amelia Earhart.
You think this is Amelia Earhart?
That's right.
A former federal agent saying in the National Archives he uncovered this undated photo taken on the Marshall Islands in the South Pacific.
There are only 2 Caucasians in the picture.
Experts analyzing the photo saying the man on the left bears a striking resemblance to Earhart's navigator Fred Noonan.
The hairline is the most distinctive characteristic. The nose is very prominent.
They believe based on comparative photos and the length of the hair, the person facing away from the camera could be Earhart. And experts say that mass being towed behind this ship matches the length of Earhart's plane. With the photo and other documents, the History Channel special airing Sunday makes the claim that Earhart may have been captured by the Japanese military.
If they thought she was an American spy, she could have met with a much more horrific end than we ever thought.
Something Japanese officials have reportedly denied, and U.S. officials have not confirmed any of the show's claims. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Los Angeles.
I am so interested to see that story. Fascinating.
That's the best theory so far. Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at some of the top stories we're following for you on the Suncoast today.
Lakewood Ranch is cracking down on kids after 6 p.m. Those under 16 will have to have a parent or a guardian on Main Street. The new policy is in response to concerns by merchants.
A Siesta Key restaurant that was crashed into by a pickup truck is expected to reopen today. The Lobster Pot on Ocean Boulevard is scheduled to partially reopen to customers around 11:30 a.m.
And new technology in Manatee County will allow alarm companies to work directly with 911 computers and bypass those time-consuming phone calls. The program is called ASAP. Already in the first week, 30 times it was used successfully.
All right, take a look at this. Can you imagine driving around in a glass car? Well, glassmaker Corning unveiled such a car in New York City this week. The Gorilla Glass is used in the dashboard, the center of the steering wheel, and the center console. It's the same kind of glass that is used in iPhone screens. That is pretty interesting.
New technology.
Always coming up with something new.
Yeah, glass car, John.
Which car was that?
I'll tell you in a second. All right. 5:56, we'll update the day's top news headlines and have John's forecast after this.